Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lando's Lessons. As you can tell, I'm in cozy mode. So, just want to share a brief message. Had a interesting day in sorts, or an interesting moment in my day. The rest of the day was actually pretty awesome. And it made me think about how this could be shared with others that might need reassurance or a reminder. So, basically, gonna get into temptation when it comes to addiction, in particular alcohol in this case, but I think the message can be applied to the majority of things. So, yeah, let's see here. Basically, I had a moment where I wanted to go back and, have, in this case, a cigar and a quality drink just because I just wanted to relax. I just wanted, it's been so long. I have fond memories of that being the start of bad memories, if that makes sense. But really, I just wanted to chill, watch some baseball, and do that. And I remember I was saying it to my folks, who are my accountability buddies, if you will. And I was letting them know, hey, I want to do this, and I'm really thinking about doing this weekend. And they're basically replied, he's just like, well, are you sure? Why? Things of that nature. And I was like, well, and I hate that I said it because it's so damn cliche. I was like, well, you only live once. And like literally maybe 2 minutes after I said I wanted to, I was over it because I actually reflected on what I just said. You only live once. So why in the hell would I spend the rest of my life potentially going back to things that I know are hazardous to my health, hazardous to my mental health, hazardous in every way, shape, or form to my relationships with the people I care about? Why in the heck would I even take that risk? Um, One of my dad's favorite sayings is along the lines of, nothing tastes as good as being healthy feels. And sweet Lord, if that isn't true. It doesn't matter what your addictions are. Once you start to get away from it, once you say, hey, I'm done, why would you want to turn back? The temptation will always be there. For me, for example, when it comes to alcohol, it's everywhere. It's acceptable. It is widely acceptable. It is a known thing in industry within our country and around the world. So I can't watch the NBA finals without seeing advertisements for various beers or liquors. I can't watch television shows or sitcoms because guess where everyone's going when they're trying to chill or when they're trying to hang out. I'll tell you this: it's not a coffee shop most of the time. Shout out to Friends, I guess, but it's a bar. It's a bar. How I Met Your Mother, like homeboy Barney be drinking some quality ass drinks, and just makes me reminisce. Um, and it happens all the time. It's all over the fucking place. It's not going away either, and that's the thing I have to remember is what happened today happens several times a month for me. Like, yeah, several times a month. And realizing that I've come so far, I am well over a year and a half into sobriety. Why would I want to go back? And outside of saying you only live once and reflecting on that, further during my drive, I was thinking, okay, why would I feel this way? And if I ever feel this way, what's going to get me out of it? And it goes back to what I said last video, my why, my established why. Why? Because I don't want to hurt people anymore or myself. Why? Because I don't want to damage the relationships with the people I love. Why? Because I'm doing it for those people. And now, because I have some form of self love, I'm doing it for myself. It's bigger than that one decision. And no matter what you're struggling with, just remember it's bigger than that one decision to potentially step back. The fact that you were brave enough to say enough is enough and to step away from it is huge. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that step, that blind leap that you made the day you said enough is enough. And for those who judge, they don't know what you're going through, but at the same time, they do. Because everyone's got a vice, everyone's got an addiction. Just because you previously did drugs, just because you previously were an alcoholic, doesn't mean that other folks who are judging you don't have their own addictions, aren't addicted to caffeine, aren't addicted to to good God, I just blanked. Food, aren't addicted to sugar. There's just so many things that, because they're socially acceptable, much like drinking, people kind of put it off to the side. It's they make a joke out of it. For example, with alcohol, the wine mom who has to have a bottle every night. It's a established thing that people joke about, and it's just like, well, she's probably going through a lot. I always think about Helga's mom and Hey Arnold, but it's something that you don't need to beat yourself up or let other people beat yourself up because you had a thought. The biggest thing is you didn't take that action, you didn't relapse, and because of that, it shows resilience, it shows strength. Everyone's going to have those thoughts because of how much a part of your life it was for so long, but that doesn't mean you have to give in. So don't forget that. Remind yourself of how far you've come. Remind yourself of your why and why you're doing what you're doing. And you'll eventually knock that idea out of your head. I know for me personally, when I got started, it was late in the year. And I think the last time my folks probably heard something like today was New Year's. I desperately just wanted some champagne. Like I can't stress just how much I just wanted to have a glass, quote unquote, one glass. It wasn't gonna be one, a champagne at the time, but I was a few months in to my sobriety, and I had my why, and it gets hard at the beginning. It actually, I'm sorry, it's always hard, but at the beginning, it's worse because I remember during that moment, I remember during several moments into the intro of my sobriety, literally ruminating over it. And then I would think, okay, well, I could just have one. I could just have one. And then I would say, talk myself out of it. And then I'm mad that I can't have one. And then I think about why I don't need one. And then you just start ruminating about the past and your mistakes. And you don't want to go back to that. But then you're like, well, I just one more time because that's going to alleviate the pain I'm feeling right now. That's going to bring me back to a place of contentment. And that's just a lie that you're telling yourself. Because the reason that you quit, the reason that you stopped, is because you were over the bullshit that whatever it is brought you. So remember that. Because it gets hard. It just gets so hard some days. And what I was saying was it lasted so long. Literally, I would have those moments, and it would last, half the day, the whole day of me just beating myself up and the cravings and things of that nature. But today, which made me realize just how far I've come, it lasted no more than like 30 to 40 minutes from the drive and wanting and realizing, you know what, that's what I really like to do. I'd like to treat myself, to saying it out loud, to literally 2, 3 minutes later saying, nah, that ain't worth it. Because you only live once. And so why the hell would you waste your time going back to something that has served you no good? Good moments? Sure. But do they ever outweigh the bad? No. Not when it comes to addiction. So, remember your why. Remember that you are the best version of yourself. No matter how long it's been, no matter how long you were in the throes of your addiction, you have never been better because you put it behind you. So continue to be strong, continue to do your best, and realize that when you have those thoughts, they're just that, a thought, until you put it into action. So, you're not alone, as I always say, because I tell that to myself. Be the best version of you, know that you are loved, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.